Hi, my name is Dennis Wood. I'm here today to cook Scottish traditional foods and to teach some people who obviously are culturally backward how to cook Scottish food. Anyway, today we're going to start, well, we've already started of course. This is a turnip and the potato, we're going to use that, and the final one you can get in any supermarket, haggis. Very simple meal, very easy to make. In fact, you can make it in less than 10 minutes. But the bag will have to be boiled for at least half an hour, 35 minutes. This is the first instalment. I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to do the next part. Hi, this is second part where we're going to chop up basically the turnip, right? Observe. Take all the skin off it. Obviously don't want to eat it with the skin because it's not obviously nutritionally sound, not like the potato, right? There's a vitamin D in it, right? It's consequently fixed rickets in children. I'm not going to get a history lesson into that. This is just what you do, you take all the stuff off it. Can you see? Because there's some people from the other part of the world who might not be able to know what the haggis is prepared. See? Seeing it's gone in the web, we have to do it the way everybody else would do it, because some people are not all Scottish. And that's that done. Very simple. That's your turnip. Now you finely dice this. You get rid of all this waste product. If you're a back garden, you put it in a compost heap, which you create. You cut it down the middle. You start cutting in small slices, like so. The smaller the better, means it cooks better. And it cooks quicker as well. You separate it out. Now you cut it into thin strips like chips almost, like French fries. I'll give you a quick example of that and I'll say here's one I prepared earlier. Okay? We'll get a little pot ready. See the one I prepared earlier? This simple. Just go like this. Very small dices. And chuck it in the pot. Like so. Very simple, isn't it? Anyway, signing off again to the next stage, okay? Right, the other part of cooking is basically this is the potato. A wonderful source of nutrition. Bit buddied in that, eh? How embarrassing. Anyway, this is full of vitamin. I think it's vitamin D or C. Anyway, not really bothered about that. Very good for your skin and your bones. We're going to prepare this and peel it and chop it up into little chunks. A little cube. Not as finely done as this brother over here, but it's going to get done nevertheless. Anyway, signing off again. Shall surely start with the peeling process. I'll show you how to peel if you don't know how to peel. You actually better keep the skin because it's more nutritious, but for this exercise and this meal, the skin needs to be removed for the proper haggis meal to be right. Anyway, let's get to the show. This is the final product, the potato peeled, the aftermath. See, all the skins off it. Now we're going to chop it up. Hope you can see this. We need another pot. One I prepared earlier. Chopping it, not too big parts, not too small parts, because it will break up too quickly because there's a soft vegetable. Chop them up just quickly. You observe them. See? That's simple. And chuck them in the pot. like so. Now look at the dimensions in that. Very small. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because it's rather laborious. Anyway, hope these people really understand this. This here is your haggis. There's traditional Scottish meal. You can see it's not much bigger than a, let's take a pineapple for instance and compare the size. You see, not much difference. Very good, eh? But anyway, this is traditional staple meal of Rabbie Burns, you know, the Burns supper is, you know. But it's a very, very good diet, very nice and nutritious. You can get, there's different types of haggis. There's one that's vegetarian, you get one that's spicy, and you get the traditional haggis, which this is the traditional haggis. Except it's not that traditional because mostly haggis is done in sheep's stomach stuff and meat and barley. But for this exercise we're going to go for the more modern version, which I think's better, which is in plastic. And it's a boiling bag as it's known as. And it's sealed at the end so nothing comes out. You boil this for approximation about, I'd say about 45 minutes. I try and do 50 because I don't like anything undercooked. Just one of these things I have, eh? But anyway, this is what we're going to be cooking. The Scottish haggis. Yours truly signing out. We're going to be at the next part. This is the final running of all. This is how you do haggis. You've got your turnips in water with a wee bit of salt. Alright, we're going to put a little bit of salt in it. And the turnips, it makes a nicer taste. And some salt in the potatoes. And some salt in the water. This is your haggis in a boiled water. Always put more water in, and it's going to be boiled for 45 minutes, remember. And so you kind of leave the potatoes to last because they're a softer vegetable and they cook very quickly anyway. But these guys need to be cooked over a long period to make them soft, particularly the turnip, because it's quite a coarse material and the texture is quite tough. If you cook it properly, it breaks down very easily. Put a bit of butter in it, and it's just wonderful. And then we've got they do the same with the potato. You can actually chop chives through, finely chopped chives, and there's a really nice taste in it. But we're not going to do that for this one. You can also serve this with peas alongside it, but you know, you don't have to. This is the basic traditional stuff: potatoes, haggis, and turnip. And this is what we're doing, the traditional. So we're going to get this cooking. Anyway, I'm just signing out of this really boring thing, this caption, and we're going to prepare another meal on top of this. This is the mash, the potatoes before it. In here I've just put some milk, and I put some margarine, or you can put butter, or even flour, which is probably more healthy for your heart, which I have done in this case. I'm about to mash it up in a nice fine pulp. And the reason why you put the milk in it because it gives it a nice creamy consistency to the potato. This is why I'm doing this part. This is the potato that I'm preparing now. The turnip's already been previously done, as we'll go over to, we'll bring the product over. As you can see, the turnip is prepared. That will also be mashed, and you put some butter through that in a pot and warm it and mash it up, and it's really nice. You can eat it actually like this, but it's better mashed. So 2 meals prepared now, and the final addition shall be applied, which will be the haggis. The haggis has got some time left. So we'll be signing out again. Yours truly, your one and only celebrity chef, Wood Innes. Well, here is the Scottish meal, the equivalent of a haggis. As you can see, it's well presented, well, thereabouts, and it's well laid out. Now you can do the final touches to it with adding some gravy, or even brown sauce in some people's culture, right? But this is the haggis in its presentation. Haggis here, turnip here mashed, and potato here mashed. Very nice. You mix them together. It's just a lovely meal. It's full of nutrition and healthy. So this is how you prepare haggis. You've seen all the bits and bobs, how you boil it. Anyway, put some sprinkle of gravy on it, and we'll send you a photo shot of that one rather than explain it because it's really boring.